Sometimes when you have a crisis, the best thing to do when you have to get in touch with a lot of people in a hurry is to hold a press conference. Sometimes that is not a smart thing to do. Sometimes I recommend that you consider divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. Now, what do I mean by that? Let me tell you a story. I had a particular client that had a 9-year-old boy die on its watch. It was an accident, but there was an enormous amount of intense press coverage. Some of the reporters were unusually aggressive. Now, the press coverage was justified, to be sure, because a 9-year-old boy had died. Again, it was an accident. But we knew that if we held a press conference, what would happen would be that the very aggressive reporters would tend to drive the rest of the herd. They would generate the most hostile questions and responses, and that would be the most difficult thing for us to face, because that would mean that the aggressive reporters would tend to drive the news coverage that everybody would provide. So we divided and conquered. Rather than get everybody together in one room at one time, we met with the reporters one at a time over a period of about half a day. Now, to be sure, it takes more time to do it that way, but here was the result. After all was said and done, the news coverage followed what I would call a bell curve. It started with the extreme on one end, with the ferocious reporters giving us very ferocious coverage, in the sense that one of the reports, as a matter of fact, did not even tell the public what we were doing to fix the problem. On the other extreme of the bell curve, there were a couple of stories that were so favorable, I might have written them myself, they were that good. But most of the coverage was in the middle. It was fair. And I would like to think that that was because we isolated out the aggressive reporters from the rest of the group. So divide and conquer. Sometimes that is the best way to go when you're dealing with a particularly sensitive situation and you're trying to convey what you're doing to fix the problem. Divide and conquer. It may just work for you.